Now, this car has been at the Texas Transportation Museum since 1983. And over the years, we realized as time went by that fewer and fewer people understood what a Pullman car was or what a Pullman Porter was. And we felt like we've reached a point now where we really need to teach people about that history. We want to use this car to do that. I am now the president of the board of directors of the Texas Transportation Museum, and our board is supportive of this idea, and we're trying to connect more with the African American community in San Antonio for this purpose. My own interest in this Pullman car came about as a result of my traveling by Pullman with my mom during World War II, and frequently went from San Antonio to Fort Worth and other places because you couldn't drive very far in World War II, only 3 gallons of gas a week that were allowed. So everybody went by train. And we were very well treated by the Pullman Porters and the Pullman dining car waiters, and came to know them pretty well. And as the years went by, many of them left the railroad and came to work in various ways in San Antonio, and we knew them that way as well. So over the years, I have become very interested in the history of the Pullman Porter, and I found this car on a lot near the Guadalupe River and near Seguin back in 1981, and I purchased it and arranged eventually to bring it over here. But during the time I had it over on the Guadalupe River, I was a member of the faculty of Trinity University in the psychology department, and I was also on the faculty of the Department of Psychiatry at the University of Texas Health Science Center. And so we would have parties and people would sleep over in the car with the faculty members and sometimes the graduate students as well. And it was a great party car. So I thought we needed to share that with more people, and the museum was interested in it, and I had been on the board of the museum off and on over the years. So we brought it over here and had it situated here, and then used it for parties here. And then as I say, we got this idea that we really wanted to share it with a wider public, and so people would understand just exactly what a sleeping car was and what the role of the porter was, because the porters were the very, very brightest and most responsible men that you could find at the time, because they had such a job to do to keep everybody happy and to make sure that even the things that broke down on the car, they were able to fix those as they went along. So these were very competent men. And there were also some women that worked for the Pullman Company, and we're looking for their descendants as well. We're interested in creating a wider understanding of railroading in the early days, and maybe bringing more people out to this museum to share it with us, because as you can hear, we have other things as well. We have a steam locomotive that operates, and we have 2 diesel locomotives, and we have lots of model railroads, and we have Thomas the Tank Engine running out in the Garden Railroad here. So we'd like to see as many people as possible come out and understand the history and share it with us. And history is one of the most important things that we really need to share with our young people, and that's what our purpose is in this.
Okay, listen, I'm here with Dr. Worsham, and we're here at the Railroad Museum here in San Antonio, Texas, and we're standing in front of the Pullman car. And Dr. Worsham has just a depthful, infinite amount of information regarding railroads. I went to visit his office yesterday. It has all kinds of antiquities in reference to the railroad. So we decided that today that we'd come out and he would show me one of the Pullman cars. And I really invite anybody who hears this message to come out and see this wonderful treasure that's located here in San Antonio. And also a personal thank you to Dr. Worsham, because this particular piece of history, he bought it and brought it here. And many of our ancestors who are African Americans whose families worked on the railroad. Depending on if it was the Katy or one of the other two railroad entities here in San Antonio, somebody's family member worked on this train, and it's such a wonderful experience. In the month of December, we're about 10 to 12 days before Christmas Day, and it's a wonderful Christmas present for San Antonio.
Well, Mr. Edwards, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be here with you, and I really thank you for coming out here and also for making this possible. So I'm hoping that we can do some more, because I know that you've got a real background in collecting Pullman Porter memorabilia, and you know the history very well.
Okay.
So this is something that I hope that we can continue and spread to the wider world.
Okay.
Bye, blind bird. Bye, blind bird. Bye, blind bird. Bye, blind bird.